Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the double.
Now Doug Marrone with a play clock almost out says let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
60 Pittsburgh.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
High 7.
Mike 5-9. Double dog. That's the way.
2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Leonard Fournette. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A strong running. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to go up top. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Colby Listenby, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yo.
This is Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Room here to run. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz? And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll toss it to Fournette. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And 2 stop. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
59, Mike, 59.
Look at me. Zipper.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Get it.
2nd and 10. Bryant with a catch right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Got it.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
That's got to be a long
Yep. Hey, Delta.
You got motion man right there.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
It's a loss of... Eight there on the first down play.
Taken down back at the 12-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton flushed out right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they come up now 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Set, ready? 8, read. Bravo. Recon, 132 fighter.
Pick the edge. Come.
Hey, exit. Let's go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Newton. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's crashing.
Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, here's Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Newton to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Newton, and he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Move.
Check. 59.
Ready?
Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike is 59. Let's go, Heavy.
Go.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
55. Hey, check Mike, 27.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Money.
March 83.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll throw now on the final play. Shark's got it left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and 4. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. From the 30 on 2nd down, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Let's go. 10-2 saw.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ross Cockrell. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
20.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check it back.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and men.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Go.
Check. Lucky. Mike's 5'9". Mike 5'9".
Hey. High 7. Ready.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. First target, first catch, and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check pass.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick-6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give you...
And this will be caught at the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one good for 33 and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, and that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop the throw, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 27. Check.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking long for Westbrook. And it is incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. 11 yards and a Panther first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10. 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
It's just me and you.
Throwing again. Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
No, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Noah Spence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Come on, set. 10-2, sir.
Focus, defense, focus.
Ready?
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep over them. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The tight end Seth DeValve, the intended receiver. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15.
15, check back 15. Ain't no 8. We taking wins home. Check it.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Riley Harrison. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Drop deep, drop deep.
Yes.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike.
Snap.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Back to throw. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Go. 60 or.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get.
Hey, Echo.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. 3 bucks.
He'll look to throw. He'll have a first down inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Yep.
Go.
Smooth. Rock it. Shoot.
Now back to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Check the outs. Check the outs.
2nd and 13. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, a nice spin. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
I'm coming.
5.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperate. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Brown.